तस्मात् त्वम् उत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुन् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं मये एवेते निहिताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Hello friends, this is the 33rd shlok of the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go at its meaning. So the shlok says, Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva, which means therefore stand up and attain fame. Jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham, which means enjoy the prosperity of the kingdom by conquering the enemy. Maye evete nihitaha purvameva, which means they have already been killed by me. Nimitta matram bhavya savyasachin, which means just be an instrument, O Arjun. So over here Shri Krishna is encouraging Arjun to stand up and fight the war to enjoy the prosperity of the kingdom, and in doing so he will attain fame. So basically what Shri Krishna is saying is that your enemies have already been killed by me, so just be an instrument, and if you were to be an instrument in my hand, then you will attain fame and you will enjoy the prosperity of the kingdom. So this statement of Shri Krishna over here is clearly showing to us that neither is Shri Krishna a pacifist, and nor is he a self-denier wherein he is not encouraging Arjun to not enjoy the good things in life. He is outrightly saying over here that your enemies have already been killed by me, so just go out there, fight, and attain the kingdom and attain the fame. So in no way is he really telling Arjun to be in the self-denial, do not try to attain anything. If someone slaps you on one cheek, then put your other cheek in front. So nothing of that sort is what he is saying over here. But he is cautioning over here to Arjun that you should be an instrument in my hand, and you should not think that you are the doer. Don't think that you are the one who is killing these warriors over here. Think that you are an instrument in my hand and I am killing these warriors over here. So it's a very important message, but this is something that we have to understand, because there is a lot of confusion out there. There is a general impression that has been created that Hindus have the concept of God which is a pacifist and which is a self-denier. But when you read Bhagavad Gita over here, it's clear to you that that is not really the case. The God in himself is saying that I have killed your enemies. And there are other examples also. You can see the example of goddess Kali. You can see the example of Kal Bhairav, the version of Shiva. They are all pretty violent and fierce. They are not pacifists. They are very fierce. So most probably this idea of pacifism came into Hinduism through Jainism or Buddhism. Maybe Hinduism came under attack from these ones, and so in order to adapt to it, Hinduism might have adopted the idea of non-violence and things like that, the idea of pacifism. I would not say non-violence, but pacifism. So maybe that was the reason why this was implemented, and it has its own place also. I mean, consider the example of Mahatma Gandhi. He used this pacifism as a very good weapon against the British, because we know that British were Christians, and the religious teachings of Christianity, I mean, their actions are different, but their religious teachings are also very self-denying and very pacifist. So in terms of the propaganda war, it was a very good weapon that Mahatma Gandhi used against the British. But if you were to consider other sort of occupying forces, let's say instead of British, if the Nazis or the communists were in control of India, then of course this strategy would not have worked, this pacifism would not have worked. We also know in history that when the Muslim invaders were fought with, they were also fought with through war. Shivaji had to fight war, Sikhs had to fight war. So there also this pacifism did not really work. So what we can understand from this is that in Sanatan Dharma, there is complete freedom in terms of whatever weapon one can use in terms of establishing the truth. So if pacifism is an effective weapon, then pacifism is used, And if warfare is an effective weapon, then warfare is used. So whatever method is effective is used, but what is to be made sure is that you are fighting from the side of the truth. You're not fighting it for your personal vendetta. You're not fighting to attain something. You are basically just fighting as an instrument in the hand of the Supreme Lord, who has to establish righteousness in this world. So you're not fighting a personal war, you're fighting a dharmic war, is what we say, which is the war for establishment of the dharma or establishment of the truth. So over here, the Kurus actually are on the side of falsehood, and so Sri Krishna has decided to destroy the Kurus, and he's urging Arjun over here to be a tool in his hand so that he can accomplish this. So this is actually a very big grace that Arjun is receiving from Sri Krishna, that Sri Krishna is choosing him as an instrument in his hand to establish dharma. And because we have the freedom of choosing our action, therefore over here Arjun can decide to be an instrument in Sri Krishna's hand, or he can decide not to be an instrument. If he decides to be an instrument, then he will attain fame, and he will attain all the kingdom that is there. But if he decides not to be an instrument in Sri Krishna's hand, then Sri Krishna has other options. He will use somebody else to establish his goal, which is to destroy the Kurus. So that is what over here Sri Krishna is telling Arjun, that these people, these warriors on the other side, I've already killed them. They are already killed. I've decided to kill them, and they will be killed. You can be an instrument in my hand, or you can decide not to be an instrument. If you become an instrument in my hand, then you will attain fame, you will attain kingdom. So just get up, attain fame, attain kingdom, and be an instrument in my hand so that I can destroy them. Now, of course, if Arjun decides not to do it, then Sri Krishna has other options also. He has unlimited options. So he can use some other way. But the destructions of Kuru, that is something which is certain. Now you should note over here that this is not just the whole thing. The next two shloks we will discuss more about it. There are more ideas to be explored over here. So this chain of thought will keep on going. There are more things to be discussed. So that we will discuss in the next two shloks. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.